All right, schools across this nation, they're weighing their options, aren't they, on how to teach students in the fall amidst this pandemic. They're offering online courses only to in-person options, but each case is so very different and each district is taking a decision differently. At one small private university in Rancho Palos Verdes, students are getting a hybrid approach.
And our Sarah Pila joins us from Marymount, California University, and she's got more. Sarah, good morning.
Good morning, you two. So when we think about common spaces and how to keep everybody safe, the cafeteria is another location where solutions needed to be implemented. So no longer can you just zigzag around. Everything has a flow. So you'll start walking in one direction and there are directional cues on the floor letting you know where to go and to stay that 6 feet apart. You know, you can no longer just serve yourself either. The chefs will have to serve you the food from underneath. So if you forgot something, you're just going to have to go back around in the line. But this is just one area, and there's more to show you in the story. Take a look. First day of classes for the fall semester aren't until August 24th, but VP of Student Affairs and Dean of Students Dr. Ryan Alcantara is holding a mock class to try out their new classroom setup.
So welcome to class. We want to talk a little bit about the rules of engagement here in this new climate of COVID-19.
This small university boasts an enrollment of about 600 students, and that small size has given them an advantage in being able to host a blend of in-person and online courses.
We want to facilitate for us face-to-face contact, interactions, close interactions with faculty and staff. The in-person experience was important. So that's been the tricky part of how can we work to manage that.
So to foster some face-to-face connection, this room has been set up as an example of a hybrid class. Students would come to class once a week, then continue their course online. While in the classroom, professors will teach behind an acrylic shield while wearing a face covering, and a camera is set up that allows instructors to stream class virtually. Class sizes have also been cut in half to ensure physical distancing.
It enables the class and the community to come together at least for that once-a-week session.
But in this time of COVID-19, when health and safety are the top priorities, it can be a challenge for students to focus on their studies and for faculty and staff to focus on their jobs. So the university is handling all of the safety protocols so that those on campus won't have to worry. The university started early to build relationships with vendors and suppliers to not only get panels of acrylic, but to also get stocked up on cleaners, disinfectants, and hand sanitizers.
When people begin returning to campus for the fall, they can feel confident that they have everything that they need to kind of keep themselves safe and healthy.
I follow the group to other common areas, like the advising center and the cafe, where both have directional floor markers and acrylic panels. Then the library. So at this point, the university's on pace for their reopening plan. But the CDC and LA County Public Health Department directives could change at any time. But Ryan and his staff are prepared should they have to pivot completely online again.
Technology has been a great resource. I mean, I don't know how we would have done this 10 years ago. But, you know, we have good systems in place.
Planning, executing, and staying informed on COVID-19 to give students and faculty a chance for some in-person contact and a taste of what campus life used to be like. So I've given you guys a lot of examples of how this university is implementing different safety protocols in a variety of different spaces. And so in theory, this should work, but we know that the pandemic's been anything but that. And so should somebody start developing symptoms or they get new directives from the CDC or LA County Health Department, they are ready to transition back to being online 100%.
Right. Well, you've given us a really great overview of how one smaller university is, handling this pandemic. But what happens to housing, Sarah, student housing?
So I'm glad you asked. They don't have traditional dorms here. What they have are villas that are off campus. A shuttle brings students up to the campus. Now, there are 3-bedroom and 2-bedrooms, and usually it'd be 2 students to a room. But what will happen this semester is there will be 1 student to a room. So you'll have 2 to a villa or 3 to a villa in separate bedrooms to help keep that physical distancing. Now, if you ask me, that's a pretty nice deal, and they still get the rate of that double room occupancy, but that's what they're doing.
You know, in other more normal years, you would have to pay for that single occupancy.
Sure,
there
yeah.
are silver linings. You just have to look for them.
That's right.
Mindset.
Comprehensive report and insight. Thanks so much.
Thank you,
We'll take
Sarah.
them where we can.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you. That's exactly
Yeah.
right.